Dave Meltzer was saying what's it? Daniel Bryan was the world's greatest wrestler. Like he was the greatest wrestler in the world. But I'd never even seen the guy work. But I thought, oh, this is funny. Here's a guy calling himself the world's greatest wrestler. Like this is going to be an easy guy to write heel promos about, So it's
Right.
so I just I buried the guy for being like calling himself the world's greatest wrestler, like when he clearly was not. Bro, I got super mega heat over that too. And I'd never even seen the guy wrestle before. But it was just funny, like writing these promos and watching the responses. I'd be like, geez, well, I'm still a good heel, Like you get,
Right.
like I'm getting like, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah, they were so passionate, overly passionate.
Yep.
Those are the easiest guys to rile up.
Yep, absolutely. And it's still to this day, the extension of the Ring of Honor fan base, which is like your NXT fan base now, kind of like combined and stuff. And I've always thought that like maybe the reason that they're so passionate about this is because like, as wrestlers have gotten smaller over the years, we're like smaller wrestlers
Right.
Can make it. It's like I've always kind of looked at like, those fans can live vicariously through guys like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and stuff, because a wrestling fan probably is not a probably good looking guy. Is probably socially, not a very social butterfly. I mean, you could do profiles of internet wrestling fans and pretty much get the same thing. They're video gamers. They're introverted. They're stuff. So they live vicariously through these people that are sort of almost like an extension of themselves. Like different. They're like wrestlers that are different. Like different looking than the muscle guys and everything. They kind of like gravitate towards those guys and become fans of them. And they get behind them, and they champion those type of guys and stuff. But but I've always said like you can do that, but you're just like your casual wrestling fan, wants to see like bigger guys. So I mean that's kind of like the gist of it. So I mean, like I said, it's kind of like it's kind of like a heelish take on it. But it's still, there's substance in what I'm saying,
Again, this is where I think we differ in philosophy. I wouldn't say they want to see a bigger guy. They just want to see entertaining shit. And to me, Mexico City is basically junior heavyweight territory. So that's what I grew up with. And at the end of the day, when you see a guy like Conor McGregor, you see the, now Rousey, female, and is a lighter weight. At the end of the day, they just, that's how Chris Jericho got through, and that's how Eddie got through, and that's how they had to go to WWE to do it. But at the end of the day, if you're entertained, I think people get into it. I don't really think size is such a big thing.
I wouldn't say size. I don't see those people getting over despite their size. Bro, those guys look like stars. Conor McGregor's out there he's a good-looking guy with a three-piece suit.
Right.
Ronda Rousey's hot. I mean, like there's still a physical attribute to those people as opposed to just being like they're not regular-looking guys.
Yeah.
They look like stars regardless of their size. And that's one thing that says
that's why there's a word, star power.
Star power, the it factor. That
when
thing
Rodman
walks,
when Rodman walks into that fucking place, if you don't know who he is, you think he's somebody.
Right. They pass the eye test. It's like you look that way and you're drawn to the look. You don't just glance over and look back and just there's people that draw your eyes, to them and stuff and things. So there's smaller guys like that, but too many times is like, well, let's just look at it this way. I mean, this hypothetically speaking, bro, like some of the newer guys in WWE today, do they pass the eye test? Like what we're talking about?
No.
Does Kevin Owens pass the eye test?
No.
Okay. Does Sami Zayn, well, not Sami Zayn, does Neville pass the eye test?
No, not even Sami Zayn, and he's a friend. He's a friend, and he's a cool guy. And I like Kevin Owens, and I like Kevin Owens. I like what he's doing. And I like they're doing with him, but he just looks like a guy that just fucking finished coming out of a wrestling class. You know what I'm saying?
So my point is
the way he's dressed. And
right,
I'm not saying he has to come out in a Macho Man cape, but he doesn't look like a star.